Smorl and the Caster here with another Shadowlands preview video. Today we are looking at the Night Fae Ardenweald gear sets. These gear sets are similar to the Maldraxxus one that will be uploaded here soon. So with this, I'll go through the different tier cloaks and then go through each armor set and review them and give them a grade, and then go through a few comments at the very end of the page, see what the comments are for Wowhead and what people thought, and kind of compare them against our reviews. Like prior videos, I have not seen any of these things before. I actually just saw the link be posted on Reddit not too long ago, so these are my first views, and you're getting my first impressions of all of these. Without further ado, let's go through the Night Fae, assuming Covenant gear, Covenant class, Covenant cloaks. Alright, so tier 1, these are little branches. Okay, so not much to take in. Okay, so what's going on here? I mean, I like the look of it, in the sense of I like the art. You know, I like the little wisp in the middle. I like the little growing leaves. At the same time, I don't like this at all. It's kind of yin and yang. I like the move from prior expansions to this, but I don't know if I'd probably transmog it out. Oh Jesus, what in the flying? What is this? Okay, well. I guess if you level up to tier 2 in Ardenweald, you become a little Mothra mother and hold little baby Mothras on you. I mean, this is definitely definitely unique. You're not going to have this in there's no other gear like it so far. It's just so weird. I mean, the textures actually on the tier 1 look better than this. This looks almost like Wrath of the Lich King or Cataclysm textures. It doesn't look crisp. It looks like a really squarey, not very well put together. I mean, then again, it is alpha, so we'll give it some slack, but I'm not digging this. I get what they're going with the theme, though. You know, Ardenweald is supposed to be like the flip side of the Emerald Dream, so I understand what they're going for. Just not my favorite. And then, honestly, after reviewing some of the mounts, I don't think I'm going to enjoy much of these sets. And looking, I'm just not my cup of tea. So my grades may be a little biased, but I mean, I don't. We'll compare my biases towards the comments at the bottom, I guess. So here's the tier 3. The tier 3 of this definitely looks better than tier 3 Maldraxxus, but it's still not good. It's all it is a backpack. It's a glorified backpack with some little hangy balls. Again, the textures aren't that great. Nothing about this screams 2020 in the slightest, and so I'm a little disappointed in how this looks. Again, so far the best looking thing with textures and everything has been the Ardenweald cloak. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop in, and we'll first start at the Ardenweald plate gear, and then we'll kind of move forward and go down in the order that is on Wowhead. So, based off looking at the Maldraxxus, I think the armor in itself stays the same. The only thing that changes is the cloak. So we'll go into detail on just a tier 1 because I'll enlarge this image, and then we'll kind of just jot through the next ones with the different backs. With that being said, let's go to the original. We'll enlarge and we will go inspect this. Okay, first impressions, plate armor. Actually, I can dig this. It's not my I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's actually not bad. This is definitely something for like maybe a Tauren warrior. I think would look dope in this because you're kind of like Earth Mother, and this kind of looks like a Groot, like the Avenger. I am Groot, and it's growing on me. I think the little orbs right here are kind of cool. They're definitely not. What's kind of cool is they're blue and not green. Kind of like nature's supposed to be green, so this is kind of like the death side of nature, which is kind of cool. I do like how there's no skin exposed. I think that's a good thing to put on plate gear. I don't think skin should be exposed on plate, especially in gear types like this. Maybe like Worlds of Draenor made sense because it's like tribal and stuff, but no, I really think they did a good job with this gear. Let's see what the back looks like. Pretty, it looks kind of cool. It looks kind of rockish and stuff. I'm digging it. I like it. It doesn't look like there's any clipping either going on between much of the gear sets, which is good. We shouldn't be clipping. The cloak's okay. Makes him look like a wood fairy. But whatever. Let's look at the look at the moths. Oh Jesus, this looks fucking terrible. So the plate itself looks fine, but this is just comical. This looks terrible. But at the same time, it does kind of go. If you see this little orb back here, it does go with the rest of the orbs on this armor set. It looks terrible at the same time. It looks pretty good. So I'm torn on this actually. I thought I was gonna hate it a lot more than I did. Just because the orbs do match, it kind of ties the gear together. And then lastly, let's check out this backpack. Okay, we've seen enough. This looks terrible. Overall for plate, I would give the plate gear, if we're going to stay consistent with, I don't know what we're going to stay consistent with, but I'll probably give it a B, a solid B. It's not my cup of tea. I don't know if I'd rock it. I'd probably maybe rock a couple of pieces in transmog, but yeah, I'd give it a B, B plus maybe. Let's go to mail gear. Okay, let's go. Let's enlarge this. So the mail gear, huh? So the mail gear looks good. It is lacking. No, it seems like it's lacking in kind of detail. Or if you look at the Maldraxxus gear, or even just the armor, the plate armor, this one doesn't. Nothing. It's not spectacular. It doesn't pop out and go, wow, look at this. But at the same time, it's also it's very simple and not busy. It gets the job done. I would see maybe like a shaman or something rocking this gear. Maybe even a hunter actually. I don't see what else wears plate. I think that's it. I think those are the only two classes that wear plate. Or male. Sorry about that. I see both classes be able to rock this pretty well. It is pretty simple. There's not much accents right here. There's none of those orbs that are like on the plate gear. So it'd be interesting to see that moth back on this. There's a little, these don't to me look really like orbs, but more like, maybe Ardenweald gems or something, or in place in the gear. Overall, it is basic, and it's not over the top, but I do like it. I do enjoy it. I think that they were trying to stay simple with it, and maybe they're being a little safe with it, but I don't know. Um, let's look at the moth. Yeah, see, there's nothing tying this gear together with the moth. So I'm gonna just say it doesn't look very good on it. It's not my favorite actually. Let's just go down to tier 3. Okay, the tier 3 backpack actually does work with this armor quite well. Because this gear does kind of look like huntery, and it does look shamany, but at the same time it looks like this would be good for a hunter. It looks like like a nomadic type hunter. That'd be a decent transmog for this. But it does tie in well, and I'll give it that. I'll stop at that and move on. Overall, for the hunter gear, I do feel like they played it a little safe. There's not much new, details or textures with the armor. It doesn't clip, which is good. I'd give it a B minus, C plus maybe. Just because it's not pushing the envelope on new things. Let's look at the Ardenweald leather set. I do expect high. I haven't looked at this, and I'm expecting it to be quite amazing. Just because Ardenweald's about druids and stuff, and I'm guessing they're going to tie this gear to druids. So without further ado, let's look into it. Okay, yeah. This looks amazing. This is awesome. I don't know if it's just awesome because it's a troll, but I think this gear really is, going to the fullest of what Ardenweald is. Has all the dark orbs, which is cool. It does have a little utility belt, which is interesting. I'm not a big fan of utility belts. There's a belt in World of Draenor, I think it is, with a knife and stuff in it. And not my favorite, and I don't really like this as much. But everything else about this gear looks amazing. I think if they just made this a simple belt with this little orb in the middle, I think it would have been perfect. I don't see the need for these little like moth splooge grenades and a backpack here. I don't see the need for it, but overall, this looks amazing. I think it really ties well with the. It's probably going to work with almost all the capes. I'm not going to launch the live model because it's not working for me, but I do see this potentially clipping But we're gonna hold off on that, and if it does, I'll go and post in the comments so you guys can read it, and I'll post that comment when I find out. But overall, this definitely is probably so far the best set in the bunch. But I'd expect that because Ardenweald is catered towards like druids, and they wear leather. I like all the weeds and the it looks like brambles in here holding the little spirit balls or whatever those are. I don't really know what those are, but it looks good. I do appreciate what they did with this, except the belt. So let's go through. We're just gonna enlarge them for the next two tiers. Even then, I see that I think they must have tailored all the backs to this set. I don't think they really catered it to the other sets. Because even as much as I hate this back, it actually looks really good on this set. I don't think it looks bad. This makes me go, oh, dude, that's pretty cool. Like, they did a good job with the back. I just don't think the back is universally well accepted to the rest of them, and on its own, it looks awful. But tied into this, they both work with each other and it elevates the gear setup. The backpack, no. Backpack is tailored definitely for the leather set. This is definitely not for the leather set. I don't think the backpack looks good at all. That being said, let's go to the cloth. Ardenweald cloth set. Okay, this is interesting. Let's zoom in. So they went very simple with this for sure. I do respect what they did with it. One of my big critiques with the Maldraxxus gear for the cloth was it showed the face and the arms, or the skin. But this, with Ardenweald being more naturey and more like connected to Earth, I do see more exposed skin being okay. There's not too many like protruding textures in the cloth, which is I think what they're going for with this is a very simple gear, and I think they executed that quite well. I'm assuming these are actually the bracers, which would be kind of the if these are bracers and these are actually the gloves, I think that'll be very cool that they actually accentuated the bracers outside the gloves, something you can actually see. I think that'd be kind of a cool aspect. I like this hat, the hat piece, but I'm not a big fan of the little antennas. I get what they're going for, the little antennas, like the little moth fuckers, but it's not my cup of tea. Even I think transmogging the helm out would actually make the set a little bit better, but overall I do think the gear looks pretty cool, and it does work with the tier 1 back for sure. It doesn't look like there's going to be any clipping with it, which is cool. Maybe a little bit with the shoulder pads as he runs. It might clip with that a little bit. But overall, I think the gear set looks pretty good. Let's see how it goes with the other two backs, though. The other two tiers. Definitely works with this as well, actually. I'm actually thoroughly surprised, but at the same time, I'm not. If you took off the helmet, I think the set would look terrible with the back. But with the helmet with the antennas, I think these little moth fuckers and the antennas do feed off each other, no pun intended or no joke intended. I think they feed off each other and it actually elevates both of them at the same time. Let's look at this. Yeah, I'm still not. The only set this backpack has yet to work on is the male set. Otherwise, I don't think it's done it justice. So there's 105 comments. Let's look at the first 5 or 10 comments. Read them and see. We can compare our thoughts, or at least my thoughts, compared to the comments, and see if I'm on the right track or am I completely way off. Cloth tier 1 looks better than cloth tier 2 and tier 3. Agreed. I did think tier 1 did look better than the rest of the other two. I still think 2 is a close to 1, but 3, like we've discussed, is trash. How is the plate set most druid looking out of all of them? Yes and no. If the leather set looked different, then I would agree with this, but the leather set looks really good, especially for a druid. I know because like rogues would also be wearing, because I don't think they're making them class specific. I think if the leather set did look different and kind of failed to execute what it was going for, I think then it would have also brought down the leather or the plate set. I'm going to pause in comments real quick. I'm going to go back up to cloth because I forgot to give it a grade. B+. I think it looks good, and I think I actually may forget to rate this. If I did, leather, A, solid A. This one a B+. with that being said, actually I might have to go review it because I did it out of order and I screwed up because I am recording this live. I will then, after I read the comments, I'll go and double back to grades. I'll summarize the grades. Anyways, so just one armor set pet type with each of the back blings. That leather set, I agree. Little heart emoji thing. They always have trouble making male look good. See, it is the lowest grading gear set in this. Not that I don't think it looks good. I just don't think it looks great. It's the only armor set that does tie in tier 3 though. Leather set looks amazing, especially for druids, just what I said. It's the same set, just different back attachments. Yep, thank you for telling us that, Captain Obvious. Absolutely gorgeous for male. Again, I don't get why all the male wears. All I can do is envy other classes. Feel bad. Oh, I read that terribly wrong. Absolutely gorgeous, except for male. Yeah, I agree. Again, like I said, lowest grading one. Plate is a winner. Sigh again. No, I actually would disagree with that. I would say the leather's the best one. So, anyways, we'll stop reading comments. Let's recap real quick. Plate gear. Well, actually, we'll grade these. I'd give these a B, a D, and an F. The reason I do that is this looked good on almost all the sets. This looked good on 2 of the sets, and this looked good on 1 of the sets. Overall, the plate, I'd give it B+. I may have changed it, but these are my final summary reviews. I'd give the plate a B+, the mail a B, B-, the leather an A, solid A, and the cloth I'd be given a B+. All with that being said, I do hope you enjoyed this video and kind of me going through each armor set, and I hope you guys do enjoy the aspect of me not knowing, and I'm kind of going through them first time. And so hopefully you guys enjoy that, and if you do, smash the subscribe button. Without further ado, last bit is I'm going to say it one more time. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and if you do, share this with a friend, maybe, and hit the notification bell so you get notified as soon as I upload another video. Thank you for watching.